everyone. So it's our Break Fear Find Freedom third birthday, and I've been talking about that for quite a lot. But what we're doing, as you've noticed, is we're revisiting our beautiful guests, some of our beautiful guests that have been on the show, and once or twice or three times, or sometimes maybe only once, doesn't matter. But today's guest, we have Kevin, and you all know Kevin Robinson because we've spoken to him a few times. So let's see what's happened to Kevin since the last time we spoke. What fear has he broken, which I'm sure there are many, and where is he going now, and what freedom is he seeing now, right now? So without further ado, hello, Kevin. How are you
Good
today?
morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you just jumping at a moment's notice to do this with me. So thank you.
No. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me back. Don't get that much of often a chance to be on a podcast. So this is I like this.
I love these conversations. Tell me, Kevin, since the last time we spoke, which was who knows, maybe a few months ago.
Yeah.
What fear have you broken since the last time we spoke? Has anything come up that you've gone like, whoa, this is perfect because I've moved through it? Let's go from there.
That fear of being in a wheelchair. I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it, being out in public in it, where I'm not as paranoid that everybody's watching me or criticizing me or judging me. It's more now, I don't care. It's that attitude that I've taken.
Wow.
It's the, this is the situation I'm in. It's not always ideal, but I will make it work. So that's what I'm really focused on now. I've turned a lot of things around. I've found myself employment. I'm working for a company that I help other disabled people learn to drive.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I get to do that now. And, as you know, I'm still working on my book. I'm trying to get through the edits and rewrites and stuff like that. And but I'm more aligned with, this ideology of this is my life and I need to take ownership of it finally. And that's my logic now. So.
Oh, I'm loving it. It's such a change and such a shift from the last time we spoke, or the very first time we spoke, and I commend you for that because I know we've been speaking about your book, and I know that this has been such a huge thing for you. The embarrassment, in inverted commas, of being in a wheelchair, the feeling that everybody's watching you, the paranoia, to know that you've come to a point where you don't care and you've owning this for you and you're starting to love yourself enough to be at that point. Wow, that is huge. That is huge.
It is huge, and it's still work in progress because I have my good days, I have my bad days. I try to really minimize the bad days by looking at some of the things that I need to do, the things that I need to focus on. Because a lot of in the past, it was that logic of there's nothing I can do, I'm helpless. My life is just over, there's nothing to do. But I've come to realize that I still have a good mind, and I'm constantly working on that. So my body may be failing me in certain ways, but I'm a fighter, and I got to keep fighting.
Yes. And that makes all the difference in your life. I just want to go back and just ask you this. How has your perception of your life changed since you've changed this mindset? And what about the way people engage with you and react to you? Has that changed? Have you noticed that?
It hasn't changed, but I think my reaction to it has. I mean, people still are apprehensive about speaking to me. people still seem to, uh, because I'm not eye level, they don't make eye contact. But now it's more for me of that doesn't matter. I mean, I know I'm here. I know I'm a person. I know I'm still capable of being a functioning adult. And no matter how their perception of me may be, it's more it's more of my perception of myself that I've learned to embrace, not so much theirs. Because at the end of the day, um, this is my life, and I I'm tired of sitting around, pun, uh, not letting it pass me. So no, it's that perception of how people see me now is it's irrelevant. I mean, there is a certain amount of perception that you need to allow yourself to have about people so you can learn to bounce back and get a judgment about yourself. But when it becomes a point of where your entire life is guided by that, no. And I'm done doing that. So,
Wow, wow, I'm loving that, and again, I have to commend you for that. That is so exciting, and also, I work a lot with energy. I have to say that your whole energy is so bright and it's so exciting, and also, this interaction is more. You can feel that upbeat vibe, which is amazing as well. So well done. I have to say that it's so exciting. So with that in mind. The future is also like much brighter, I'm sure, for you. So, what freedom have you found in this shift within yourself?
um, the freedom to be myself, unhindered, unrestricted, uh, to be able to just be Kevin, with all the nuances, the strengths, the weaknesses, the mistakes, the failures, and the successes. It's
Mm.
allowed me now to be more comfortable in my skin. Ironically, I mean, it's having a disability of muscular dystrophy has it's an illness that weakens your muscles, but in this sense for me, it's made me stronger. It made me stronger in the sense of, with my biggest muscle, my brain. It's made me more capable. It's made me realize that um, what I need to do instead of what I need everybody else to believe I need to do. It's that light. That's where my freedom comes. I am free now to follow the things that I want. If I can, I can. If I can't, say la vie. I just can't. So, you know, um, I can go on, Carina. I am a talker, and I try not to on the podcast because I am a talker. But I hope that answered your question.
Yes, that's exciting. And then, of course, we have to go because we know that also speaking before the show is you are writing. I know you've got a book being edited at the moment,
Right.
and you're writing other books. Tell us a bit about that adventure. And I know with the book you had some misgivings at the beginning to say like throwing your hands up in the air and going like, I'm not doing this. I don't think if I should do this, whatever it is. Was that before your changed attitude, or tell us a bit about that?
The books have been a work in progress. This has been a uh, therapeutic for me because it has been work in progress. I've been trying to get these books written for the last 8 years. Write them, start over, write them, start over. Not liking what I'm seeing. Uh, too worried about what other people are going to think about it. And then I stop. Firsthand how I just was like, oh, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Yes, yes.
But in writing it, one of the books, it goes into a little bit of detail. The idyllic male. Um, that one is about me becoming the ideal person I want to be, not what everybody
Nice.
chooses me to be. It's about me and my journey to finally find myself, and it's about me finally accepting all the things about myself. It's about me growing and learning about the change that's happening to me physically, and how it's not going to, how I can allow it to hinder me, but I choose to be relentless and not let it, hinder me. So that's how my journey is going with the books. I mean, it's a learning process. I mean, it's there are very few people out there that I can I'm not sure how, that I can say that has helped me with this, but those who have, I am so thankful for, because this whole journey has been alone, and it has been a learning journey, and it has made me stronger, wiser. I'm not going to say smarter, but wiser, yes. And it's opened my eyes to all the other possibilities of things that I can do. So
that's exciting. Now, there's just so many things that I want to just talk about right in that. First of all, congratulations. I'm doing a lot of congratulating today, but that's par for the course.
Thank you.
Congratulations for having the courage to do it, because a lot of us talk about, hey, I want to write this book, I want to write that book, I want to write a book, but no one actually does it, because it's such a arduous task. But not only that, especially writing memoirs, you have to dig deep and be honest. Well, you have to be honest. You don't have to do anything. So sorry for that. And I don't know what's going on with this connection, so I apologize. You have to be honest with yourself to be able to write it, and again, I tell you, the wording wasn't right. Is you don't have to do anything, but you know what I'm saying. So
right, I know.
Congratulations for doing that inner work, because that's where the healing begins, and that's where the real memoir is, right?
Yes,
and that's where you can feel it, and that's where you have the connection with the audience. So wow, I'm sure it's been quite a journey, because that's not an easy one to do. And a lot of people shy away from it because it's such a difficult one. So,
with after watching your podcast, and seeing all the people that you had on, and the whole premise of your podcast is breaking fear. I mean, it was one of those things that you've inspired me a lot. Dino has inspired me, and so I came to that realization that why can't I break my fear? Why can't I become something better? I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, we were given fear. It's a part of human nature, but we were meant to also control that even through the fear, we still have to do the best we can. And this is what I've learned on my journey. So I want to say kudos to you for continuing, for 3 years of putting this message out there for people, that they need this, because we're living in a world now where fear seems to become the most dominant feeling that everybody's having. Fear of rejection, fear of being alone, fear of, being alienated. So, I mean, it is refreshing to see a podcast like this that steps out there and sends that message that you don't have to live in fear. You don't. There is more to it than this. So kudos to you.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. And of course, I have to go back to Dean. Of course, he's an inspiration, and we can see that every day. And of course, we have to just give him the kudos as well, because we wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't for him. So it's just by and by. So yes. So what other free and another thing I also wanted to mention is how you're using your disability to help others, like drive a car. Because I remember we will have, please go back and watch all our first interview or our first conversation with Kevin, sorry, Kevin, for a moment. That was such an exciting one on its own because there was such a surprise element. And of course, all the other conversations we've had since then. And we know that through the conversations, one of the biggest things for you was to actually be mobile, to have the courage to get back into a car and to get a car to be able to be mobile. So the thing that you are actually helping others do the same is amazing on its own. So you broke that fear. Now you're helping others to break their
Yes,
fear, to be mobile and to drive.
yes, because for me it
So,
was a that whole process was it was not a good process for me. I was left alone. I had to try to figure everything out, how to do it, and a lot of times I did run into walls. Um, but I pursued it, and I was relentless about it because it was something that driving was one of those things for me that made me feel free. It it
yes.
relaxed me, and so I wanted to try to get that back again if I could, and I did. Um, and so now, through my work, uh, I'm helping other people learn to drive. I'm with a company called Grace Adaptive Driving. We help disabled children with autism, um, the whole spectrum of people to get them back behind the wheel to get their freedom.
Wow.
And uh, it's an arduous task because most of the people I speak to, they don't see it. They're ready to give up. People have told them things that were not true. They've given up on themselves because they've run into the same roadblocks I did. But now I knock those roadblocks out of the way, and I give them the information they need, the encouragement to get behind the wheel and do this because it is freeing. It is so freeing, and with all the equipment and vehicles out there that can be adapted, there's no point for a person not to drive. So, that's what I do now.
Wow. Kevin, that's beautiful because now you being the inspiration to others as well, and with that you giving out your hand and helping them go through with support, and so they don't have to do this, go through what you went through. So
Right.
that is a beautiful thing. It's one of my favorite saying is that a rising tide lifts all ships, almost,
Yes.
whatever it is, and that's exactly what I'm seeing you doing. So, and that is amazing. So well done. Well done. Oh, this is a patting on the back
Oh,
episode today.
yeah, that's
So,
fine. Thank you. Thank you.
tell me a bit about freedom, because now you're seeing the future for the first time in a long time. What kind of freedom do you see in the future?
Right now, I don't know. It's one of those things where I know that there's possibility, but I don't know exactly what direction I'm going in right now. Because right now this is all new. It's
Mm.
um I'm just enjoying the wave right now of where this is going to take me. You know, I don't want to make too many solid plans because I don't know. Like I
Mm.
said, I'm writing a book. I'm doing, the adaptive driving thing. I'm, I don't know. I know that I don't see the future the same way I used to. Bleak and depressed and, just, oh my goodness, no. I don't see that no more. I see more of, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know that whatever I decide to do, I'm going to be able to do it. That's what I see. So uh, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for me right now, but I am excited to find out. So I,
I love
I,
that. That's
that's an honest opinion.
That's a beautiful. That's a beautiful way to end this short podcast today, Kevin. Thank you. And to everyone out there, check out the trajectory of Kevin from that very first episode. And you have to watch that episode because there's some interesting. It's like a very exciting episode that we had when we first met, and then watch Kevin along the way because we'll keep in touch. And another thing, keep your mind open and watch out for his book because books are coming out very soon. So that's another exciting thing. Thank you, Kevin, so much. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to just say?
No, like I said before, thank you for giving me this platform, and thank you for walking through this journey with me. In life, there are very few people that walk with you on a journey. You have people come in and out of your life, but they never are a part of. There's only very few people that are a part of the growth that watch you change to something else. And I'd like to thank you for that. And Dino, I don't want to forget him either, because
no.
Yeah. So.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, the usual stuff. And, of course, we'll have to say thank you to Dino, too. And we'll see you all on the other side. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Yep, you're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.